Okay, hello, hello, hello. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. How are you? When you come in, share the video, invite your friends. We are going to have a 10-minute talk. And okay, great. We have 10 people. That's good. So we want to talk about hurt people. Hurt people hurt others. Happy Friday. I hope everyone is doing fine. Hurt people hurt others. Last week on Friday, I came here and I spoke about domestic violence. And out of the video that I did on Friday, there was a lot of outrage from a group of people, more so men, who are very angered in the way that I presented whatever information I had. But I still come back to say that hurt people hurt others. That remains, this is nothing to discuss. And I don't apologize for that, for highlighting things that affect us. But we need to start evaluating ourselves. People who hurt others are hurt. And if you like yourself, if you love yourself enough, there are things you wouldn't do to other people. And that's domestic violence. If you love somebody so bad, you can't just beat someone until you put them in the hospital. In the past week, I saw a lady that I spoke to that the husband beat up so bad and she has a swollen eye. She's afraid to speak out because she doesn't want to, for the family to look at her like she's telling on the husband. Because what angered a lot of men is because I said, call the police. If somebody is abusing you, call the police. It looked like I was inciting. That's how they perceived it. But in the case of your daughter who has lost her eye, if that's your daughter, or if that's your daughter who's being beaten and is not able to leave the house, I think it would be a different story. And each and every man that was angered by my message, as I've been doing my homework, or as people have been reaching out to me, they're abusers. They're actually abusers. They abuse their spouses. They abuse their siblings. They abuse their family members. They're very abusive men. That's the bottom line. Because if we are talking about abuse, regardless of how I did the presentation, we should focus on abuse. That is not just somebody you're married to, or a sibling. It could be your kids. Abuse goes across the board. And in that context, I should also say that we fail to love ourselves. You should love yourself enough. You should learn to take pride. Take pride in grooming yourself. Take pride in making money. Take pride in not being a beggar. Take pride in doing things that bring happiness to you. Take pride in choosing a hobby and taking that energy to do your hobby. Because these people that people abuse or people that they bully, it's like you have nothing else to do. Take pride in building yourself. Find friends that see good in you. Find friends that grow you. Find friends that see good in you. Because if you're with someone who doesn't see good in you, they will never see good in you. And you live together in the same house, you end up in the same bedroom, you end up in the same bed, they will never see good in you. And when we talk about marriage, I think a lot of people get into marriage without really thinking a lot about the whole situation. When you end up with someone who is not compatible, when you end up with someone, living with someone in the same house, that you're totally different, maybe because it's not even so much the difference, you're not compatible. It's not because you're bad, or it's not because the person is bad, but when you're put together, you don't make a good match. When we have people who donate organs, they always have to find a good match. When you find a good match, it's life. When you don't have a good match, you cannot have a transplant with someone who's not a good match. If you're living with someone and they're not a good match, you need to think about that. Think about what a good match is. Do your homework. For my case, if I can speak about myself, growing up, I was always a fighter. Like, I used to fight. My hands came first before my words, because I'm very strong on words. Like, I just don't say things. But growing up, I remember getting into fights. I get fights into fights with boys. There's so many days I came home with torn uniforms. I just remember fighting. You know, like every time somebody got into it and tried to push me, I fought. That's me. If I met a man that hands move faster than, the words, probably I'd be getting beat up every day. But I met someone that I don't engage, because I know my words, my hands might move before my words. So I choose my words. When I grew and I matured, I realized that hitting someone or getting into a physical fight, even when they started it, can put me to jail, or I can hurt someone, or I can kill someone. A few weeks ago, we saw a school teacher, a very prominent school teacher, Kereri girls school teacher, that killed the daughter. I don't think he really planned, let me murder my daughter. No, he was spanking the child. For us who raise kids, we spank the kids. You can start spanking the kids and then you hit the kids hard, even when you did not intend to hurt the child. So for me, who knows that my hands move faster than my words, I try not to put myself in that situation. I have found myself to be a loner because I'd rather avoid the situation than put myself in a situation where I'm going to say things I will not even be able to take back. Because why? I don't just apologize. I'm not in that group of people that just apologize to end a conversation. I do not. You're going to fight to get an apology from me. You have to push it, because when I bring out my words, I'm not taking them back, because I know what I want to say. And when I say it, I have said it. In rare cases, I will apologize, but I have to really be honest to know that, yes, I need to apologize. And you have to make me understand why I need to apologize. So when you're with someone that is not bringing the good in you, when you're with friends that don't see good in you, when you're with friends that don't redirect you or don't tell you this is not good or don't see good in you, then you're just a lost soul. If you're not investing in yourself, go get a book. I like yellow. And my t-shirt, I always have this t-shirt on when I come here on this page. Don't argue with me. I don't want anybody to argue with me about my life. It's my life. I like yellow. Don't tell me to like red. If you like red, like red. If you like blue, like blue. If you like orange, that's what you like. We spend so much time trying to convince people to like what we like, to make people to be like us, to make your spouse to be like you, to make your spouse to do what you want to do, when that's not that person. When you get married to someone, or when you start having a friendship, a female friend, there's no way it's written that now everything I'm going to do, you have to cut and paste. It's not a cut and paste. It's an individual. I am a selfish person, meaning I do not allow someone to push me and tell me to do something that I don't believe in. And I don't have shame. I don't feel anything. That's what I believe, because that's me. I'm at my age, or rather, even since I turned 18 and left my parents' house, I knew that all the choices I had to make were my choices. If I choose to put these pictures back here, it's my pictures. This is what I feel. Let's talk about healthy eating and your body. I see a lot of people talking about body shaming. When you talk about body shaming, it's a broad discussion. It is your body. It is your health. We have to learn not to take all the things that you hear out here personal. It is you. Nobody can come to your heart. You're the one who knows inside how you feel. If you want to eat all day and be fat or be obese, it is your choice. Everything we do is a choice. We are not an accident. Everything I say is a choice. I choose to stop whatever I'm doing to come here and talk. Nobody forces me to come here and talk. It is a choice. Nobody forced me to be married. If you're with someone and you don't like the person, there is a choice. We have choices. And choices have consequences. But when people want to go out there and abuse others, We're on social media now. That is a choice you have to make. If you want to choose to cast people out, that's a choice you want to make. It is your choice. When the consequences come, just be ready to take them. And how about people rarely talk about people who have nothing going on. When I look on social media, the people that people are always talking about are doing something. When you're doing something, you're a point of discussion. When you're doing nothing, who knows you? You don't exist. So for those ones who have chosen to do something with their life, for those ones who have chosen to speak, like I have a voice that I can use, for those clients that don't have speech, we give them equipment. They're able to type through the equipment so they can communicate. The people who can't hear, there's a way we communicate through sign languages. Some of us have the ability to speak. Penny can speak, and that's my gift. I excel in speaking. I can talk all day, okay? That is my strength. And my greatest weakness is that it is a weakness. I do not care. I struggle to care. I work hard to care. I'm never worried. Nothing really worries me. I try to solve my problems. I try to make sure I need whatever I need, I go for it. I am never worried. I'm working on my weaknesses to worry, to care, to empathize, to feel. Not everybody feels. That's why we have murderers, people who kill people. They have no empathy. They don't feel anything. Don't make people to feel for you. People don't feel anything for you. They can actually kill you. Somebody will kill you. A man will hit you and kill you. He does not feel anything. You're thinking that he's supposed to feel. He's not feeling anything. I don't feel anything. When I go to sleep, when it's time for me to go to sleep, I go to sleep. I don't feel things. God has tailored each one of us very different. I'm tailored different. So you can't come and start arguing with me in my space to tell me how I'm supposed to feel, how I'm supposed to react. Redirecting is key. If you want to redirect someone, reach out to them and redirect them. And I embrace that. Criticize, redirect, give counsel as a friend. But don't try to change people who are doing something. This is an open space. Facebook is an open space. How you choose to use your space, it's your choice. And how you use your space, it has consequences. But the key thing is to love yourself enough that you're able to wake up every morning and decide what you want to do. I enjoy gardening. I'm about to go to my garden. That's what I like to do. Find something. Find purpose. What is your purpose? Why would you make Penny your purpose? I'm living my life. I'm living the life. When we were in high school, most of the girls did not even do what high school kids were doing. They skipped that stage. They did not live for the present. They were so worried about their future, which I don't know where the future is, because when I meet them today, they are still worried. Don't worry too much what people think about you. They are not your God. They did not create you. They don't know your inside. Marrying someone doesn't mean that you're one item. You're not one item. Your spouse is different than you. Learn to work with your differences. Accept each other with your differences. If you're married to someone and you study them, you will have peace. Hitting someone is not going to solve your problems. But trying to change people to be who you want them to be using force, spending your spare time trying to change someone, you're not going to change people. We are out here living our life. I wake up every morning deciding what I want to do. Friday is a day for me. It's a free day for me. I do nothing, literally. I don't go to work. I just loiter around. It is a day. It's intentional. It's a day for me. Now, when you find me doing me on the Facebook page, I don't give you a reason to be distracted from your focus. Focus on yourself. Grow yourself. Groom yourself. Do something for yourself. Eat right. If you're overweight, start to do something. It is a fact that when you're big, you're likely to have all these diseases. Why do you want to take medication for something that you can solve? Why do you want to be sick in the hospital? COVID is here. How many times are we telling people COVID is here? And people are taking it lightly. COVID is there. Health issues. A lot of people who died, small people are dying of, healthy people are dying from COVID. But when you look at the people who started dying with COVID, they had health issues, underlying health issues. So this is something that you need to think about. It is your health. It is not my health. And if I fascinate you and you like to follow me and look at what I do and follow my madness, you're welcome. But don't come to my space to redirect me when I don't need to be redirected. I'm living the life. At 47 years old, I'm living the life. I'm about to just going down, meaning at the 50s, you start dealing with arthritis. Am I dealing with arthritis, or I'm dealing with haters who I don't even know? Or some of them I know, or some could be family members, or it could be whoever. Don't look focus. Don't lose focus. It is you. Everything should revolve around you. Be selfish enough to love yourself. Be selfish enough to focus on yourself. Don't focus on someone who's already doing something for themselves. Because along the way, you're going to lose yourself. Have a blessed Friday and set time for you. Love yourself. Have tranquility. Have the inner peace. Okay? Do things that bring you happiness. If you're with someone and you're not compatible, and this means it could be your friend, it could be even your mom. Sometimes your mom, you're not getting along with your mom. And she's the one causing stress. Mothers are very special people. But depending on how your mom is taking you, you need to evaluate your relationship. Don't cut mom off, but evaluate how you're reacting with you're dealing with mom. You're dealing with dad. You're dealing with your spouse, your children. Don't stress yourself. My ultimate goal is not to be on blood pressure medication. I'm not going to allow the stress to put me down because of somebody else. Have a lovely Friday.